All right, family, how's it going? Today is December 17th. Hope you guys had a great Friday. Hope you guys had a great 0 days. Market continuing to just chop around, move a little bit lower on this quad witching day. But this video isn't going to be going over charts. In this video, I'm going to talk about my two small account challenges that I did on my Twitter. I'm sure most of you guys follow my Twitter at Clean Trading Shaw. But I took my first small account from 300 to around 3,000. You can look back and find all my trades for that. And then just recently, I just took another small account from 300 to 6,500, I believe. 6,533 bucks. All the trades were posted on my Twitter. And yeah, this video is basically going to go over exactly how I did both of those, since it is such a large percent gain when you actually calculate 300 to 6,500 or 300 to 3,000, around 1,100% gain, and it can seem quite daunting. I know when I first started trading, I had a small account around this size, and when I was trading it, I would spend months working on it and only build it by, let's say, like 50%. And that's kind of what I wanted to avoid when I started these small account challenges. I told everyone that my plan was high risk, high reward. When I go into these small account challenges, if I'm only trading with a $300 account, even if you're trading these 50-cent contracts, you can trade them all week. You can trade these 50-cent contracts all week and only make like $100 on your account. And 33% sounds good too, but honestly, that's not what I'm looking for. If I'm trading a $300 account, even if I take those 50 cent trades, I'm still putting in like what percent is that? 50 to I'm still putting in like 20%, 25% into each trade. And when you look at my big accounts, I'm putting in like 5 to 15%. And so that's what I'm used to. If I go a little bit more than that, especially trying to be consistent and make the same type of plays that I do on my large accounts, and if I'm taking 20 to 25% every single time, and I can't really size down if I don't have too much conviction, then you can see why small accounts are inherently a lot riskier than larger accounts. Not even mentioning the fact that with a small account at, like, say, $300, you're probably not going to like size in with multiple contracts so you can scale out when you're in profit. So there's a lot of disadvantages to these small accounts, and that's why I say they're naturally higher risk. They're inherently a higher risk. So instead of treating it like a low risk venture, like I'm trading a $300 account, instead of trading it with only taking these 40-cent, 30-cent contracts, so I can take these 10% trades and trying to grow that a couple cents every single day. Instead of doing it like that, I treat my small accounts how they are. They are high risk, so I'm gonna treat them like that. Treat them more like a little bit of a lotto account. I can put $300 in it, and if I blow it, anyone can blow it. You can blow it trading these 50-cent contracts. You can trade them all week and make 50 and make $100, and then the next week you can easily blow it with these 50-cent contracts because they're basically worthless. These 50-cent contracts are so far out the money that they should be going to zero. So like I said, instead of trading it like that, I'm going to trade it how it was meant to be traded, like a high risk, like a lotto account. So when I start with the $300 account, I'm generally looking to, this might surprise you guys, but I'm generally looking to put in around $150 or $200 into my first couple trades. And my plan with that is to flip these contracts to multiple 100%, and then say I grow a $300 account to a $1,000 account in like 2 days, because I bought two $200 contracts, and I flipped them to four each, and that'll be a $1,000 account now. So my plan is to do that quickly, to flip these contracts as quickly as I can for 100 to 300% gain, And then as soon as I have a bit more capital, like around 1,000, I can still sort of trade it the same way. I can trade still with that $200, and now I have profits to actually play with. So then I can start accepting zero on $200 and not worry if I take my account from 1,000 to 800. And that 200 can flip to 3x, and I can turn my 1,000 into 1,500 or 1,600. So that's the way I've been treating my small account. And as I was growing my more recent one, just 2 days ago, actually, I was at $4,000. Now I'm at 6,500. But as I get bigger and bigger, I do slowly increase my size, but at the same time, I don't want to completely blow it all the way back down. Okay, I realized that I started with $300 and I'm at like 4,000 now. And your brain will tell you that, man, you have 3,700 to work with. You have 3,700 to basically lose and you still make money. Your brain's going to start tempting you and telling you to, load 3,700 into Amazon tomorrow because it can flip 3x and you'll be at 12 grand. And you can do that. That's just not the way I do it. I don't want to just completely blow all those profits that I made on a single trade like that. But I will size up too. So when I reached 4,000, I was actually trading with like 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 at most with a single trade. And so that's why I get these large percent account gains so quickly. It's definitely not for everyone. I basically accepted the risk. As I went into this challenge, I basically told myself, like, I can lose this 300 and not break a sweat. Okay, so when you do these challenges, you need to like find that number for yourself and start lower even. If you think you can risk $1,000 and not break a sweat at all, and you want to start a small account challenge with $1,000 and do the same thing that I did and try to grow to like $15,000, start lower. I can accept risk on multiple thousand, but I started with 300 and just see where I could take it. And I flipped it to 6,500 in like 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. But anyways, that's basically my strategy: high risk, high reward. Find A plus setups that can flip multiple 100%, and once you flip those moves, then you have profits to work with, and you just play with those profits. But of course, it's a small account; anything can happen. In that very first trade I took on this account, I could have lost $100. I could have lost $150, and maybe this account never did take off. But I mean, if you look at the results, you can realize that the risk is worth the reward. I'm not trading with a large account where if I blow that account, I kind of regret everything I just did. If I blew this account and never got to 6,000, I wouldn't care at all, because I realized that the potential reward was 5K plus, like I just did. And so going into the new year, I told you guys I'm starting a smaller group, a close-knit group of all these like-minded traders like us who have been following me and want to learn more about my theory levels and how exactly I trade. So when I start that group, I'm planning on starting another small account challenge. This one is going to be a bit bigger, since I am accommodating a lot more of you guys. I'm going to start with a couple grand. Because starting with a couple $100, like I said, honestly, the very first trades on those accounts, you need a little bit of luck. You need luck that it just doesn't reverse on you and you blow half your account. So if I'm trading with multiple grand, I can at least maybe potentially size in and size out, and I can get smaller entries. I can probably risk 10%, 5% on these trades versus risking 25% on every single trade. So hopefully it'll be a bit lower risk, but still, once again, make sure you realize that these small account challenges, or at least the way I play them, are generally high risk, high reward. So if you guys want to be a part of that group, stay tuned on my Twitter. I'll be posting updates very soon because the group is dropping soon. Really excited to be in a small group with you guys and talk with you guys every single day. Really excited for that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I think that's it actually. So I'm going to leave you guys on that. Expect this 5K, potentially 3K account challenge coming soon. Going to try to flip it to around 20K plus. At least that's my plan. And yeah, I'm going to leave you guys at that. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you guys killed it this week. And I'll talk to you guys on Monday. All right, see you later.